Hey guys, it's me. Just want to let you know that I'm okay. I did get bit yesterday by the little guy we got in this container here. Let's see him again. He's not too long, a little over a foot, but yeah, maybe 16 inches, 20 inches, not too long. Um, but yeah, he bit me right here. I was right here, you can see. I was going along this thing, I was pulling up these. These are all plants that are growing outside the box, so I was pulling them all up. When I got to right here is where I got a nasty surprise. I felt like a sharp pain in my thumb. It felt like I'd been stung by like a bee or something. So I jumped up and I looked down. That's when I spotted him and I knew what had happened. So that's when I went ahead and caught him, put him in the tin so he couldn't get away. It would be a future menace to me or anyone who lives here. But I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Usually I relocate these snakes to other places when I catch them, but this guy, I don't have a car right now, so I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get that done. But anyway, so I just want to let you guys know, though, I'm okay. Here's the thumb. It's almost completely healed. Yesterday it was swole up really big. That's why I ended up going into the emergency room. The copperhead's not the most venomous snake in the world, and he only got me kind of a partial bite. He didn't actually get both fangs in. He only got one fang in. So I only got like a half dose. I took my hair tie off. I put it around my thumb real quick, and I went inside and I kept squeezing the thumb and squeezing all the blood out I could, and just kept squeezing out, trying to get as much of the venom out as I could, and that probably helped. I did debate going into the ER at all, but once the thumb started to swell up really big, I felt like if I didn't go into the ER and there was a problem, I'd feel really dumb that I hadn't went ahead and went. So I did go ahead and go. They tested my blood platelets. They said that those were doing good. That usually if you're going to have kind of a big reaction to it, it starts messing up your platelets and making you sick. And neither one of those things were happening. It just made my hand really sore, and my hand was really hot. I was soaking my hand in cold water the second half of yesterday. So my hand was burning up and it swole up, but overall it turned out okay. I mean, it just really felt like almost like getting like a bee sting times 10. So that's basically what the feeling was, like a bee sting times 10. But I got lucky. Like I said, copperheads are not the most poisonous of their family. They're actually in the same family as rattlesnakes and water moccasins. They're the junior member of that family, the smallest. They have the weakest poison. So he's the least venomous snake in Texas. So I got bit by the least venomous snake, and I only got a half dose. So I'm pretty good. It wasn't actually that bad. I didn't panic, which is good. They said when I got to the emergency room that my blood pressure and my heart rate were good, that I didn't get really agitated or anxious, which would have made it worse. So that's good. I managed to keep myself calm. I managed to get most of the venom out. I managed to catch the snake who did it. Um, the only thing that really kind of sucks is now I have a hospital bill to pay back the blood test that they did. They didn't give me any anti-venom. Evidently, anti-venom has its own host of side effects. You can have a pretty bad reaction to the anti-venom. So they try not to give it to you unless you absolutely need it. So since I was shaking it off and my body seemed like it was recovering, they said that I really didn't necessarily need to get the anti-venom. They wanted to keep me for observation for 6 hours just to make sure that the swelling in my hand didn't spread further down past the wrist. But I told them I could monitor that at home. I didn't want to pay out the extra, whatever the cost would have been of staying in the hospital for 6 hours, which I'm sure would have been a lot. So, I chose not to stay. I went ahead and came home, kept an eye on it the rest of the night, and when I woke up this morning, like I said, the swelling was down, but my hand's still tender. But overall, I'm okay. I feel really blessed. I feel really lucky that this didn't turn out worse. And I guess just keep in mind, if you live in the southern states, this is the time of year for poisonous snakes, so they're out in force. And I'm gonna have to do another roundup. I did a roundup like 2 years ago, where I went around the property and caught all the snakes I could possibly find. So I need to do another roundup, and I'm going to put sulfur around to keep the snakes at bay too. So that's going to be my next big project I'm going to be working on. I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a break from working in the yard with the plants to get that done. And finishing clearing up any of the tall grass or anything like that that they could be hiding under. Snakes like to hide in tall grass. They like to hide underneath things. I mean, and this guy's not aggressive. This guy right here, as you can see, he's just chilling out, sitting there. And that's what he was doing before I stuck my hand right on top of him. I had walked past this spot because it's right in the center of my garden. So as you can see, I got to walk past that anyway. So I had walked past that snake like 6 times or so before I actually got bit by him. And if I wouldn't have stuck my hand right on top of him, I probably would have never known he was there for the most part. So they can be around, and you can think that they're not around because you haven't seen them. But you may just not see them because they're really good at camouflaging themselves, and for the most part, they try to avoid humans. So, you know, just be kind of wary where their territory is, and just keep that in mind. I was tripping, like I said, it's my fault. I didn't see him until he bit me. If I would have seen him first, which is what I should have done, none of this would have happened. And I just got a little careless because I was working in the front yard, and because, like I said, I did do a roundup a while back ago, and I haven't had any sightings in the front yard for a very long time. So I just got a little complacent, is what it is. I wasn't on guard, and I wasn't keeping my eye open to the extent that I should have. So it was just a little lesson for me to be more cautious in the future. And if I get bit by a snake next time, I'm really not going to freak out because it's already happened now. So I know what what it is, and so it's not something scary. So anyway, I hope you guys are good. Be safe. I love you, and I'm okay. I just want to let you guys know that. All right. I hope you're enjoying your Easter.